And now it's time for news from around the world. And meanwhile in the Suez Canal, there's a bit of an error there, fun. Anyway, they've got an issue, and that issue is it's not the ships are getting a bit thick these days, and they're not quite fitting through. So as many of you probably know, on Tuesday morning local time, the Ever Given, a 1,300-foot-long container ship capable of carrying more than 220,000 tons, was traveling from China to the Netherlands through the canal when Egyptian authorities say a dust storm brought low visibility and heavy winds that caused the ship to run aground. And importantly, to run aground in a way that, as you can see from this picture, basically blocked the entire canal. That is a very important canal for international trade. Now that's just a picture. You're probably wondering how this happened and how they're trying to get it out. So we do actually have a visualization from Zaina Erhaim. Take a look at this. Anyway, it's a really big container ship. Take a look at this picture. This is fascinating. It is longer than the Empire State Building is tall, Wosny. These ships are out of control. What do you think?
That is so tough. And it's so funny because you don't think about the logistics of how we get our goods to us, right? We literally one-click economy, baby. Give me that one click, buy now on Amazon, and that thing just magically appears at apartment 417. And I'm happy, the endorphin hit, I get to open the box and then, the packaging and everything. You never even think about how did this good even get here? What went into that? And it relies upon these modes and systems and conductors of transport to run smoothly, or else I'm on Amazon immediately. If how dare you deliver this within 4 days and not 2? What the hell is your problem? Going nuts. And you never think, you take it for granted the logistics that go into delivering all of this stuff to us at our earliest convenience. And so it's just wild how sort of fragile that whole system is, right? Like one little dust bowl and these guys got caught off track, and like millions in pounds of goods of cargo is being stopped right now because of just basically what equates to a fender bender, man.
Exactly.
This is a big ass fender bender though.
It is. And well, let's show how this fender bender has messed with traffic. I want to bring up this tweet just so you can see, like you can't, all of those are individual vessels, and some of these vessels are not quite as big as the Ever Given. The Ever Given is apparently one of the biggest in the world, but huge. It's the amount of economic damage that's been done. Our producer Sophie told us, Sophie, was it the cost to transit the Suez Canal for a ship like this is $700,000? That is crazy. Like you think toll roads suck? Well, they're worse for ships like this. But anyway, and I also learned from our director, well over 100,000 people died building the Suez Canal. Isn't that crazy, Wosny? Almost 1 in 10 of the prisoner laborers died to build that thing for some ship to get stuck in eventually.
That's mind blowing. Oftentimes, especially as a New Yorker, people get you to think about like the Brooklyn bridges, and you always see the pictures of all those guys with the sludge on their face and the metal lunch pail, and it evokes images of these men working with their hands to build something. But wow, 100,000, that's crazy.
That is absolutely crazy. Apparently, it's going to take up to weeks to get the ship out of the canal. Although in theory, they could at least move it to the side a bit so that some smaller ships could get through. But I saw a shot of, because it's like run up on the dirt. It was like this little crane that was like digging away at the dirt. And I looked at it and I thought, that doesn't have a chance in hell of working. We were joking before the show, you need to call Superman to have any chance whatsoever. He's got to lift that thing out of there. But anyway, obviously, major problem. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.